I'm Jazz.
And I'm Britt.
NYCWAO. Let's talk about scandal. That one was really nice. I like that one.
Oh, it was good?
Okay. All right, y'all. Let's talk about poor Mellie.
Poor mystical mental Mellie.
Why don't do that?
I know.
Her mental. All right, so she had her apple. With her red apple, you could tell that.
What's it? A Macintosh apple?
It looked like a Macintosh apple, and her eyes were so focused. Like, she looked like she was starting to get a purpose in life when she saw the case that was going on. And then she, got all caught up in this case. Abby was looking at her like she was all types of crazy. Went to Cyrus. She tried to put a stop to it. Let her do what she
my
wants.
boyfriend is on the phone.
Yeah, you saw that when he was like, get out.
Scoot, my hired help is calling me.
Yeah, because that man became hired help, but we'll talk about that later. But you saw how Mellie was caught up in that case of that man who fell off that cliff and all of that. And, I mean, it was a little, it was nice to see Mellie, in her
mojo.
Getting back to her old self and things of that nature.
Solving cases and stuff.
And then what happened?
The dude who spoke up first, though, was like...
I mean, he could have just let her...
He said, no, yeah, you're right. I mean, there was 2 eyewitnesses. We heard about it this morning. You're right.
But did y'all see Fitz when Fitz came in at first? When Mellie had that meeting and Fitz came in? But the thing is, Abby went to Fitz.
No, Gabby went to Fitz.
She went to Fitz
trying to say, she's like, why all these people, why all of my people
saying,
here?
Listen, the first lady wants this, that. Give her what she wants. Let her do what she wants. That's what Cyrus said.
He was mad because his daggone gun
control thing wasn't happening. But that, once again, this is Fitz not paying attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if Fitz was paying attention, he would have been like, what? Because you saw earlier when Mellie was like, she didn't want to go to the grave site. And he kind of was like, oh, okay. Because it seemed like she was getting, not that anything's wrong with her going to the grave site, but it seemed like she was trying to get on with her day.
Yeah.
And I think he was happy about that she wasn't like immersing herself in, baby Fitz and his death. But when poor First Lady Mellie had that meeting and she had her charts and her graphs and I mean, she did a lot, huh? Did she do the most, y'all? She did the most. And then when that man just shut her down and said the FBI, whatever he was.
Yeah, he was like, no, you're right.
And we got.
But we heard this already 8 hours ago.
Yeah, there was a couple who witnessed the whole thing, and yeah, she is innocent. Poor Mellie. Did y'all see her face? She wanted to go.
She said.
She had to. She said, "Okay, but."
She was like, "I gotta shake it off." She said,
But and Fitz had this look like he had this look like what just happened here. Poor Fitz.
Her life just crumbled.
But he looked embarrassed himself. Like he looked sad for her as well as embarrassed at the same time. And I think he really just didn't even know what to do in order to save
the situation.
Help her save face. But Abby came and saved the day.
Her phone didn't even ring, and she said, "Oh,
First lady has the meeting that she needs because her phone was on vibrate. That's what we all need to know.
You hear vibrate?
Abby's phone was on vibrate, and she felt it. No one else heard it in the room. And First Lady Mellie had a meeting, and Abby got the alert, and that's why she saved Miss Mellie. That thing was so like wow. I felt so bad for Mellie because I told y'all know.
Was just looking at her like.
But see, what bothers me with Fitz is, I mean, of course he shouldn't have did it there because Abby had to save that moment to make Mellie not feel even more embarrassed than what she was.
Yeah.
But what bothers me about Fitz is, when is he going to go to Mellie and give her a hug?
He's not really about the hug life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when is he going to be like, come here and just grab her up? Because when that scene happened, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess, that's the writers, they're not writing it in. But I'm like, when is this man going to hug his wife? Whether the love is there or not. Like, I mean, of course he cares for her in some way. That's his wife. And she's the mother of his children. But even if it's, they've grown apart, whatever the case may be, because all the drama and the side chicks and the side dudes, a hug, I'm sure, will help poor Mellie in some way. But let's give a shout out to Abby for saving the day, because the thing is, she looked out for Mellie right then and there. Yeah. She also looked out for Mellie before last week.
Even though it was like, yeah, right. We know that she doesn't have a meeting, but
listen, it doesn't matter. All it is the appearance of a meeting so that she doesn't look like some loon.
But she didn't look like a loon. It's just that she didn't know. She wasn't keeping up with the news.
No, I don't think it hit the news.
Oh.
Poor man. And then Fitz had this look like,
dang.
he didn't even know what to do about it. It just looked crazy. But you know, Abby looking out for Mellie is what got her the apology from the invite, we should say, from Fitz, and he was like,
for a glass of scotch.
For a glass of scotch, and he was like, yeah, it's great scotch. She said second best. She saw that shade that
I
Abby
got the
threw,
first best. I'll call the queen. And
she threw that shade because these fools don't know her name. Okay, Abby says, say my name, say my name.
Hey, when no one is around you.
Okay? Say my name.
Hey, well, how about we stop on that scene?
Okay? Because the thing is, she don't want nobody to say she love her.
Yeah.
Just say her name. Abby, not Gabby. Okay? But when she said that to Fitz, you saw how he was looking at her, and he was like, well...
Nice to meet you, Gabby.
But he hit that...
I would have yeah. Okay.
So, see, Brittany's sensitive. He hit that smack on her shoulder. Abby was like... But you know, the thing is, Abby's lost weight since last season.
Yo, Abby's like a 00 right now.
So, and the fact that he tapped her as hard as he did on her shoulder, I don't know. But she's stern. She made a stern stuff.
She's Scottish.
Did she say Scottish or Irish?
Scottish.
Oh, okay.
It was drinking scotch.
Yeah, okay. There you go. But his apology was like, okay. But it was kind of funny because it's like Abby was thinking she was getting like a legit apology.
Was all,
But what it was really about was
he
to
said,
ask
so when's
about Olivia.
the last time you spoke to Olivia?
Yeah. So Abby, Gabby, I mean,
he said,
Abby,
you don't live Chocolate Thunder?
Where's she at? How's she been? What's she doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little crazy. I mean, but you know, I said this, I think I tweeted this. What would be interesting is if all of a sudden, because you could tell Fitz actually likes Abby. Like, in a, not, I don't mean in a more, in a romantic way, but you could tell he likes her. Like, especially when he saw how she handled the first lady or whatever the case may be. Obviously, he likes her in some way if she's around the White House.
True.
But it would be interesting.
And they said that he summoned her.
Yes. What would be interesting is if they develop a friendship due to Mellie. And I'm not saying that he become romantically involved with her, but because of his friendship with her and because they develop a friendship, I can see Olivia getting jealous.
Of course.
Because you saw how she questioned Jake when he had her looking through that cracked door. When he was...
Is there a chicken there?
When she was like...
Is there... Hold on.
When
Is there
Jake
some
was
dot
like...
in there? Wait a minute.
Jake hit her with the what?
Yeah.
He was like, we didn't even really have half of his face. It was like...
That door would have been kicked down.
Jake was like, and she was like, is there a woman in there? Don't answer that.
So I'm like, you don't have to answer it because I got radar going through the house and I'm checking the body heat. So I'm going to know.
But did you see how Jake shut that door so quick on her though?
Yeah.
Shut. Because you know what Jake was humming after he shut that door, right?
What?
And ain't that got that? Oh,
snip, snip.
Look. And ain't that got that? Oh, hey.
You
so what you saying? You know I'm the man. That's what he said. And you want to know why he said ho? Because the thing is, Olivia's used to be treated like, she's used to being treated like a side chick. So that's why Jake is giving her the treatment that he's giving her. Because he's tried to make her, you know, his main, or not even his main, his girlfriend.
Yeah, he said, I know you're a good girl.
Cause you're a good girl and you know it. Yes. You act so different around me. Hey. Cause you're a good girl, you know it. That's what Jake said. I know exactly who you can be. Could be. Just hold on, we're coming home. Yes. That's what Jake said. But you know, Olivia Drake. Jake Drake. Same person. Drake. Come to find out, I think that Jake
usually is in his feelings and sad about the
fact that
these chicks don't want him.
Jake be putting on that MAC beige airbrush, and he's actually Drake.
Oh, and he dyes his hair black. Puts a black rinse.
That's who Drake is. Drake is Jake. Jake is Drake. Drake is Jake. Jake is Drake. Because he just want Olivia to act like the good girl that he knows she is, but she refuses. So he has to treat her like a side.
He want to be like, I'm so proud of you.
I'm so yes. He want to be proud to live. Because he said to her, he said, if you was my girlfriend, I'd say yes to going to dinner with your father. Do you see how she
even though he tortured me?
But how you gonna ask this man to go to dinner? Papa Pope saying that is one thing. This chick actually
yeah, it's like, but you know the situation that y'all are in right now. He curved you.
Talk about, but forget about that. The fact that you know that about him, your father touching this man. You talk about.
That's not really a big deal, though.
Get out of my face. She is so out of pocket.
These are two different situations, though. Like, that was him as command.
But Olivia is out of pocket in every area of her life. What she did to Fitz just
Olivia has no chill.
But okay, no chill zone. No chill zone. They know about it. Hey, they know about it. Yo. Olivia be like, nah.
But the thing is, she has a straight face on because she be like, what? Like, she acts like, I'm not tripping.
I tweeted that. I said, yo, Olivia cracked me up because she be looking at people like they not speaking straight Bible. Genesis, reading her from Genesis to Revelations. And she be like, what is you talking about? Like,
her face, though.
Yeah, the look on her face be like, and she's so like bothered by it. Like, she's so like, I don't have time for this. It's ridiculous because with Fitz, she stay playing. Like, she's so out of pocket in every area. She's out of pocket with Fitz. And even, and you know, we don't agree with that side chickism, but the bottom line is she's even out of pocket as a side chick. Like, because you a side chick that claims to love this man, though you were supposed to merge, you wasn't supposed to leave town. I mean, because the bottom line is this man he lost his son, and you claiming to love him. How you leaving when you love him?
She was supposed to bring lilies for him and his wife.
Hello, because if you love him, you better love the missus. You the side chick. You gotta care about the missus. In the South, they would say, baby mama. You don't do baby mama like that. So even though that's his wife, he's still the mother of his child. She baby mama. What is you talking about? Why would you like Mellie?
Oh man, don't disrespect baby mama. Don't disrespect
baby mama. That's how the South feel. Maryland and down. That's what they feel. The baby mama. Okay? Liv didn't even show respect and come to the funeral. The funeral. Okay? What is going on? And then when it comes to the gladiators, she ain't watching after her gladiators. She got so mad when Abby checked her about Harrison and said, you left him. Yeah. You left your gladiator to die. She talking about, don't blame me for this. But when Quinn checked her and Huck,
that was really crazy.
First
of all, no. The whole situation was crazy. The fact that Jake just pimped her out like that.
He pimped out Quinn like some $2 whore. I mean, what the heck was going on?
For information, so when you got 3 hours.
First of all, and he tried, the funny thing is, look how much Jake want to be Papa Pope. It's so crazy. Do you see the difference, though? I really want y'all to peep this. Papa Pope is command. Remember that. Those words is command. Papa Pope. Nobody else can be command but Papa Pope. He created this. Remember? Do y'all remember? Yeah. How Huck was like, I thought I was free? Remember? Yeah. In season 3? But when command came and gave him an order, what happened?
He followed it.
The thing is, Papa Pope has, what people not realizing is that Jake is still following Papa Pope's orders. Watch over Liv.
Yeah. Poor boy.
And he don't even know it. He don't even know it. He's a good boy. You know it. He don't even, Papa Pope said that. You act so different around me. Papa Pope said that about Jake. 'Cause you're a good boy and you know it. He said, I know exactly who you can be. Okay? Watch over my baby. That's exactly what that fool doing. And he don't even.
Papa does trust him. He's like,
he trusts him with Olivia. But why does he trust him with Olivia? Because he told him to take care of her. Think back, y'all. Season 3. Go back. Papa Pope had him looking after Olivia. Yeah. Right?
He was following her.
Am I correct?
Stalking her, yeah.
Okay. And why is Jake still doing it? Because Papa Pope didn't tell him to stop. Dang. Jake is doing his little thing, coming after Papa Pope in his way or whatever the case may be. But remember what Papa Pope said, I'm going to be standing over your body.
That was really
That was a hot scene too. It was intense and I loved it. P-Pal, this is how, but once, let me go back to this whole thing about it, Papa Pope is command. Jake cannot be command. In order for him to be in charge of B613, he has to change the whole structure of it and become something else. He cannot call himself command. You cannot be command. There is only one command. Papa Pope explained that.
There can only be one.
Okay, Papa Pope cutting off heads.
Highlander.
All the way.
Yo, Drake needs this on his writing team.
For real.
Cutting off heads.
Highlander. Okay. Like, for real. Like, do you understand? Like, what I tell y'all last season, Papa Pope ain't no joke.
What?
Got his hands on them throats. I told y'all. Okay? Y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out, because Papa Pope on the prowl. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told y'all.
Always.
Y'all better pay attention. Okay, y'all better recognize like me that
real.
Papa Pope is a G. Y'all saw how he pulled out that knife and hit that thing right in between Jake's fingers?
Yeah.
Peep this though, because if Jake was as bad as he is, wouldn't Jake move?
Because he would have smacked the knife.
Let's be real, Huck wouldn't have still been sitting there though. As much as Papa Pope has a control over Huck
is
would
more
have
observant.
moved. He's observant and he's fast. Jake it's and I tweeted this. I said,
Jake
watch.
is too full of himself.
And that's what I said. This. I said, watch Jake go to dinner and run his yap. Why would you tell this man what you know?
Yeah,
you're dumb. Why would you tell this man? One thing about this is what makes Papa Pope command. He does not give out any
free information. No information is free.
He never gives information. And any information he does give is still not giving information. Like when he told
yeah, even if he gives you information, you're confused. You're like, what?
But you still don't even have the truth. Like when he told Olivia, I did not have anything to do with the death of your friend.
Harrison.
And even like his mother, she's not dead. But she don't know that. You feel me? But he's telling her, he always flip-flops it. And it's part truth, but not real truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's some craziness. But when Papa Pope said to Olivia, first of all, when Olivia knocked on that door.
Yeah, and he was like, is someone following you? Did someone force you to come here? Because
exactly.
What?
Because he was like, what's really good? Because it's like, tell me now so that I can send my homies.
Yeah.
Send my peoples after them or whatever. And he told me, invite Jake. You know what I'm saying? And I'll learn to like Jake because you like Jake. Yeah. And but Olivia is so clueless. But he said that before though. You walking around and thinking that you skipping through daisies, but there's nothing but minefields. So y'all do remember, Papa Pope thinks his daughter's a dummy.
Yes.
And he knows it. He said,
because you're a dummy and you know
what
it.
He say? She's so
predictable.
Yes, that's what he said.
Yep.
That she was predictable.
Yeah, he just read her whole life just now. He was like, you came back and it's, everything is, cold. Or I think she said cold, but he was like, it's not like what it used to be, blah, blah, blah. And, I've always been cold and I'm familiar. So,
And what does this tell you? This tells you, and this, I'm about to tap into my Kanye. Papa Pope has the answers, okay? All of us has it in a Kanye. We're just afraid to tap into it. Don't be afraid to tap into Kanye, because Kanye... where your Kanye is the truth. It's where you speak truth. And that's what people don't like Kanye was, because he speaks too much truth. Mm-hmm. And truth, and when I say truth, that doesn't mean everybody's truth, because we all have our own truth as we know it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth for everyone. Mm-hmm. But speaking the truth is an outstanding thing, but speaking the truth also can get you killed.
There you have it.
Or hated, I should say. And people like me and Kanye who speak the truth are generally most hated. But Papa Pope
is most hated as well.
And he speaks the truth. But we just don't get people who don't realize it. He does speak the truth. Papa Pope don't be lying. When Olivia asks him certain questions, he actually does tell her the truth.
It's just
a riddle of truth. Yeah. It's a riddle of truth.
He's a troll.
Papa Pope has the answers. When Kanye told Sway, you ain't got the answers, Sway. Sway did not have the answers. Okay, bottom line. All Sway has is dreads underneath that big old bonnet that he wears on the top of his head.
Shut up with the bonnet.
Papa Pope actually has the answers. He has the answers. And he gives Olivia the answers all the time. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to give Jake the answers, though.
Because Jake runs his mouth too much, so why would he give him any answers?
I think deep down Papa Pope wants Jake to shut up and just take care of his daughter like he told him to.
Yeah.
Papa Pope made a mistake, though. He should have gave Drake instruction not to...
Drake?
I mean, did I say Drake?
Yeah, Drake. Do you even listen to Drake?
But I told you, Jake is Drake. Papa Pope should have gave Jake instruction not to meddle in his affairs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But who knew that Jake was caught up in his Drake-ass feelings? You understand what I'm saying? I don't think Papa Pope...
Jake, he just wants a win. I think that's what it is with Jake. He just wants a win.
But the thing is, when Olivia asked him to go to dinner, and he hit that, hell no, girl, you ain't my girlfriend.
Said, you ain't my girl.
You ain't my girlfriend. Again, hitting that, ain't nothing like that. Okay.
Hold on, but why do we keep doing the beat?
Because the beat is hot.
Yeah.
Because
Jake, you ain't my shouty.
And he's
shouty, you ain't my shouty.
Basically. He basically is saying, like, the fact of the matter, there's a lot.
They're not together.
And there's side chicks that watch our channel and y'all get mad, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, side chicks do not get special treatment.
They don't.
They don't get special treatment. You don't get respect.
Shout out to Quinn talking about side chicks and main chicks though.
Did y'all notice that? There's 3 things that were stated during the show. When that dude Michael said to
Cyrus that he was thirsty.
Quinn mentioning side chick becoming a main chick. I mean, y'all know those are terms that we use and stuff like that. Other people use it, but you know what?
Yeah, so if y'all got it from other people, that's cool. But
y'all know on these reviews we be doing this. Just like we were the first one saying Papa Pope and Mama Pope. All of a sudden, Shonda using it all up on her.
If you got it from us, how about you just at our Twitter names?
At our Twitter names. Because people who's been with us, since the last season, y'all know we were the first one saying Papa Pope, Mama Pope. Then all of a sudden, Shonda, ABC talking about Papa Pope, Mama Pope. It was like, interesting.
I thought he was Eli Pope.
Rowan, okay? Child, please. Okay? But now they talk about side chick, main chick. What I found very interesting with, what's her name's friend, was that she kept mentioning, oh yeah, when you used to party, talking about Olivia.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, Olivia was starting out there in the public before. But remember, not just in the Oval Office. But
they referred to that, I think, what was it, last season? Remember when they were saying, when they was out there, she was the president. When Mellie threw it out there, that she was sleeping with the president. And they was like, yeah, Olivia used to be out there in them streets. But the friend, basically, she kept saying, she goes, oh yeah, you probably don't have time for this. You out there, you keep, you're hitting the town. It was quite interesting, and how Olivia kept trying to bypass it. Yeah. She was like, but the friend, the case that they had, she's interesting, right? Sleeping with the 17-year-old?
That's a no-go. What?
It was like, wow.
She's like, I was just really bored. I'm sorry, miss. That's not a good enough excuse. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about?
It really isn't. I mean, it was crazy.
What?
But the thing is, do y'all think that she killed her daughter? I mean, she said she didn't. But you see the struggle.
I mean, that's her daughter that she pushed out. Unless she's adopted. Because then it's like, I don't know. Because you can't, you can never tell. You can't put anything past anybody.
I would say Marvin Gaye's father killed him.
Yeah, that's true. But that's his father, not his mother.
I guess there is a difference.
Yeah.
I guess, to a certain extent.
Mothers care more. Fathers are just,
Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died. I mean, the thing is, though, I don't think Marvin Gaye's father was a rolling stone. She's talking about mothers care more. Did y'all hear that?
Mothers do care for their kids more than fathers.
Is that true?
Yes, it is. Go and ask your father.
Yeah, because I know one thing. Y'all know, and not, wait, no, she's right. And you men don't get mad. Because the bottom line is, you ain't about to push no baby out.
They're not.
You're not about to do it.
They're going to be like, F this.
You're not going to get us to
jump off a cliff like the dude from Olivia's case.
You're not about to get no C-section.
Because what happened was, right before he jumped, she was like, I'm pregnant. We're pregnant. And he said,
deuces. Hit that victory for Nixon. Chill, because the thing is, with a man having a baby, like, where's it going to come from? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all not about to do that. So the truth is, yeah, mothers do love their children more than the fathers, because the father's not going to do it. He's just not. Yeah. He's not going to do it.
It's not for them. It's not for y'all. Whatever.
Because you know what a man's going to do. They're going to be fools.
I don't have to wait down months. I can do this now. Give me the hammer and the Phillips screwdriver. It fixes everything.
You men out there don't get mad, but you know daggone well that's what they would do something crazy, especially those macho man. Yeah. Like my husband. So let me get my toolbox. What?
What you gonna do with that, homie?
Crazy. That would be insane. But let's talk again about Jake pimping out Quinn.
I didn't understand it. I thought it was kind of disgusting.
But you see how
then he gonna come back and be like, are you okay? Don't ask me if I'm okay. But you're the one who locked me in here.
But you see how he doesn't have the control over Quinn that Papa Pope has over
because Quinn was like,
Huck
what?
And him? Because Jake wasn't really command.
Yeah.
The breaking in process that takes...
He didn't say, I'm command. He said, who took you in?
That's the thing. That's the difference
between... Like she owes him.
But that's the difference between the two. Papa Pope has no problems and no issue with being the bad guy. He has no issue breaking you to make you his pawn. Jake is not about to do that to Quinn. And I mean, to me, that's a plus. I think Jake has the ability to be crazy because we all know Jake ain't right.
Yeah, you saw when he... smashed Charlie's head into the daggone vending machine.
And then ate a candy bar. First of all, he stole Charlie's candy bar. Let's talk about that.
I don't think that's the focal point.
He did. He stole his Charlie bar, his candy bar, and ate it. while Charlie laid on that floor. And then here's the crazy thing is how he had Charlie laid out on that plastic. And he was opening up his tools. Jake looked excited because you know he hasn't done this in a while.
Yeah, he was like...
He looked very serene, like, yes, I'm back to it. Finally, I get to carve somebody up, you know. But Charlie said, no. Let's just bypass all of this and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, give me this and then I'll tell you what I want. Yeah. Here's the thing that bothers me about Jake. And I feel like nobody realizes this. And the problem with Jake is that, once again, he thinks that he's different than the rest. He thinks he could be Command. He thinks he could be Papa Pope. And what I always say, Papa Pope is Command. There's no changing that.
But that's Fitz's fault. He wouldn't have never...
But he has that hold over them. Anyone he's broken, he's got that hold. And that's why I say Jake is so stupid, because my friend Charlie is going to always be loyal to Command, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what Charlie does, even though it seems like one thing, his end goal is he's loyal to Command. So if he's giving you any information,
Command
in the end,
knows.
Command knows he gave.
Yeah, it was approved by Command.
You understand what I'm saying? Or even if it wasn't approved, he knows that he did it, and things is. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and I think that's the problem. That's my biggest.
He's too full of himself.
Huck recognizes who Command is, what he is. You notice Huck stay far away from Papa Pope.
Yes, he does.
Huck ain't. You know what I'm saying? He ain't playing no games with Papa Pope because he know what it is.
He ain't trying to see them
real
hands.
Recognize
he
real.
Ain't trying to see them hands.
Real recognize real. And Jake don't recognize real because he ain't real. He's alright, but he's not real. Ooh. Okay? Jay-Z told y'all. Okay?
That is what he said.
Slashes in his eyebrows trying to wild out. But he's not real. So how can he wild out? He can't be Command.
Listen, Jake...
But when Charlie asked for Quinn and Jake wrote...
That's so disrespectful.
I felt so bad for Quinn, y'all. Did y'all see how mad she was? And she was like, what? And she was like, I don't work for you no more. See, and that's the difference. Quinn was never B613. Because Jake, Huck, and Charlie don't work for Command or Papa Pope.
Command owns them.
You are B613. Welcome to Wonderland. Ain't no leaving.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they all still working for Papa Pope. Huck got Olivia's back.
Bloods.
Jake got Olivia's back.
Because they're Republicans, right? Yeah, they still bloods. They can't get jumped out.
As if your blood is the red. Yeah. She's talking about you so stupid. I'm just making sure. Because, you know, I'm not Republican or Democrat.
Oh, you meant, Republicans are the red.
As far as, my bad. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Red.
Like
Republicans are the red. That's what I meant. I meant Republicans. Excuse me. Okay, but the thing is, I'm like, because I've been drinking.
Child, I have too. I'm sorry. I want to apologize in advance, like if I'm not all here.
Yeah, we've been having a little something. This
I've been drinking, and I also don't have on any contacts.
Head.
I don't have any contacts.
Pumpkin ale. Pumpkin.
Oh, it's with an N?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's all right. I think I like it.
It's pretty good. It's 7% alcohol.
It's what?
It's 7% alcohol in each thing, in each bottle.
But so the thing is, Quinn laying on that floor with Charlie, and Charlie was talking all that mess.
With her back to him.
When he was like, "Don't nobody want you." At the end of the day,
so disrespectful.
He was tripping, and then he talking about, basically he's confessing his love, and then she turned over and gave him that. She was
like, "Listen, I'm not you, and I'm not lonely, because I got Liv and Huck and Abby." Boo.
At the end of the day. And come to find out,
she don't have them.
She ain't got nobody. Now, in Abby's defense, Abby's at the White House. Had Abby been at Pope and Associates, Abby would have looked for Quinn.
Where is Quinn?
Because, first of all, if Harrison was alive, Harrison would have been the first one to talk about, one of us isn't accounted for. Because he was a lieutenant. Yep. What's going on? And he would have been like, and then Abby would have been like, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been a look for Quinn session. But, of course, Huck and Olivia, they didn't realize Quinn was missing.
That joint is crazy that they didn't realize.
Huck, though, is always busy. Olivia always got him doing things. But Olivia should have realized that she was gone.
Yeah, she was like, I was gone for 24 hours, and Olivia looked at her like...
Once again, read that Bible, and she was acting like as if they was reading, from the Yellow Pages. Like, my friend, we're reading Genesis to Revelations. This is truth.
The Yellow Pages?
She was acting like they was reading the Yellow Pages, like... What that got to do with anything? Homie, you did not care that I was gone, that I was MIA. And when she hit that, that's what happened to Harrison, all that does is connect what Abby said. And she was absolutely right. And so at the end of the day, it is Olivia's fault. And the rest of their fault. But Olivia is the head of Pope and Associates. And the thing that's cracking me up is how you not going to... If there's some people who defend Olivia talking about, no, I think that they expect her to do too much. No, when you are the head, you are in charge.
That's the position that she put herself in.
That is the position that you are in. And you are supposed to make sure everything runs right. Bottom line. So it is her fault. Because had she been there, they would have realized Harrison is MIA. Even if Harrison still died, they would have at least been looking for him.
Yeah.
Come on. And is she trying to put that on Abby?
24 hours is a very long time.
That chick was gone,
especially after what just happened with Harrison.
You would think. But the thing is, I appreciate Shonda and them shining a light on that part in regards to what they did in regards to Harrison and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. I thought that was cool. But Quinn was pissed off. Yeah. But Huck later came and was
she looked like she was going to cry.
Yeah, she was tight. I thought she was going to throw something. She should have.
Yeah, it would have been hot if she threw something.
I mean, but I think that it was, then Huck later came and was like, if you go missing again, I'll look for you.
But it's like, and she was all happy. She turned around and she like, but it's like.
She was smiling because she was like, my bouquet.
A little too late, though, because.
I mean, the good thing is that she's able to handle herself, but I think she was just happy because she made her
point. Did y'all see when she choked Charlie out, though?
Charlie ain't been working out, y'all. What
Charlie
happened?
Been eating them burgers.
Yeah, because he been too busy. He been pretending to be burgers. Yeah, being odd, non, and Harrison everywhere. It's ridiculous. Let's talk about Cyrus acting fool up.
And playing that man.
Why isn't he peeping the setup?
That's a money trail, though.
Lizzie Bear ain't no joke, though. She's still fierce, though. That haircut.
Why she dropping her child off to school?
Getting information talking about, what that man said? Hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
And she's talking about, she was happy-go-lucky.
Why would she do that, though?
It's really horrible that they're using this man, exploiting this man's grief.
Yeah, grief.
And the loss of his husband this way is dead wrong. But the fact of the matter is, did y'all hear when that man mentioned Cyrus' throat?
We're not talking about that.
I was like, hey,
what?
Yo.
What would you say AO to? Because I don't know what you're talking about because we're not talking about it.
Brittany said we are not going to talk about that. I do want to talk about the fact that I feel like they could have gotten a cuter guy.
Yeah, when he leaned back, I'm like, first of all, okay, he's got small legs. Okay, whatever. But then I'm going up and I'm like, whoa, his arms suck too? Like, come on.
I just feel like they could have got somebody cuter.
Yeah, because at least James had that
James wasn't really,
charm.
Yeah, James wasn't really cute, but he had nice hair and he had the little kind of boy thing going on. I always, I didn't like Pansy James because I feel like he just got on my nerves. Yeah. He's always running his daggone mouth,
is just like
running around, flitting around in his cute leather jacket. James did have nice little leather jacket stuff, but James just Cyrus.
Oh my God!
Oh, who's yawning this time? Who's yawning this time?
This guy Michael, he's just out here with his nose just everywhere.
She said his nose.
His nose.
I just don't like Michael, the guy they picked, but I guess.
I can see though, like he's handsome. I get it, but
you think he's handsome?
I mean, like Fabio. Like how they would.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because I didn't think he was handsome either. He had nice hair though. But I will say that I do like the fact that they're shining a light on the gun control thing. I think it's cool because that's what we're dealing with in America anyway. I think I mentioned that before. It's so ironic and funny though that it's a Republican president that's doing it. So
that's crazy.
Give it to Shonda for kudos for
some fantasy,
for humor.
She gave us some fantasy
for humor because that's not happening. That is so not happening. But y'all see how David out there
doing his
making
job.
Moves?
Finally
using that information,
finally doing a job.
People offing themselves to the blackmail.
Yeah, I swear, like if Olivia didn't come to him with some drama, he didn't do anything but sit in his desk and dust
and whine and complain
dust or something
and piss Abby off.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But I don't know, he might be done. I don't know if he's gonna be like, okay, I'm a monster now, and just be like go gung ho in it and be like Cyrus now, since the judge killed himself.
I think he's gonna take it because you heard when Cyrus said to him, "I know that smile. You're in the bubble." Yeah, I think he's liking it, and you saw how they were showing his picture getting hung up on the wall. I think he's liking this power. Okay. He's enjoying it. I think he is. I think
because if he's being like how he usually is, he'll be like, "I can't do this. It's so much."
I hope he doesn't, because I already don't like David. But I think that they're gonna start giving. I want to see Abby win. I want to see Abby do some things. Abby's lost some weight though since last season.
Abby lost a lot of weight.
She looked cuter with a little bit more weight, like because she's older, so it's like when when they lose weight, they start to look a little older. But I still like Abby. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she looks nice in whatever she puts on though.
Yeah, exactly. She does. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Who was your turn up worthy character? Wait, status report for this episode. I believe it should get a turn up, right? It's turn up.
We saw a lot of Papa Pope. Jake was
acting the fact that I saw my man Papa Pope is why it's turned up, because I definitely tweeted that. I said, Shonda, I need to see.
Hey, but when he was like, I'll make us some breakfast, and she was like, skirt. Yeah, I was just stopping by,
just to say hello.
But you stopped by.
So yeah, this
you could have called me on the phone.
It's the status report. Turn up worthy character.
Jake.
Jake. So he said, "Ain't another cut that." Oh,
hey, slip, oh, oh,
it ain't nothing cut that off. Hey, so what you saying, ho? You know I'm the man, ho. That's what he said, man. Jake wasn't playing.
But he was real ratchet when he threw Quinn in there in the dungeon.
Yeah, that was a little ratchet.
Demon.
That was ratchet.
He smashed the man's head on the
the vending machine.
Yeah.
Y'all already know who my turn up worthy character is.
Papa Pope.
Because he ain't no joke. And when he pulled that knife out and pow in between that man's fingers, because he could have very easily put it in his throat.
And Jake was scared. You can tell Jake wasn't prepared, but he didn't move though. He was just like...
Yeah, he still gave him eye contact, but the bottom line is, why didn't you move, Jake? Because you're so bad? But no, it's because you wasn't ready. Because Papa Pope could have very easily put that thing right down in his throat. And let's be real, Olivia wouldn't have said nothing to nobody. She would have fixed it.
That's why I don't even understand why she wanted him to come over. It's not even like...
Because she's out of pocket, like we said. Olivia is out of pocket in all her relationships. She's out of pocket, period.
Poor girl.
I think the turn-up-worthy scene was when Quinn went in there and read Olivia and Huck from Genesis to Revelations, 1 to infinity, A to Z. And I also think the runner-up scene, and y'all know I love Papa Pope, but I got to give him runner-up for this because I thought what Quinn said was
yeah, because
it was necessary, and it tied together, and it tied together what Abby said from the opening from the premiere. But runner-up for turn-up-worthy scene is when Papa Pope read Jake from A to Z, 1 to infinity, Genesis to Revelation.
The funniest part was when he was like, "I'm not going anywhere."
Yeah, so Jake was like.
Jake couldn't help but laugh. He's okay.
Okay, well, I'll be seeing you, and I'll be seeing you. That's basically what they both said to each other.
What you talking about? Same thing you talking about?
Same thing you talking about. All right? And that's a shout out to our cousin. That's what he be saying. Same thing you talking about. He country, y'all. But anyway, so I guess that's it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was a good episode.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, I saw Papa Pope, so I was happy.
Quinn choked out Charlie.
Yeah. And Quinn type thick, huh? That's all I'm walking by?
Yeah.
When they went to Olivia's friend's house?
And then she looked especially thick after they went from a scene with Abby and then we saw Quinn and it was like...
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because it was like, wow, okay, Quinn, look at her. Okay. Anyway, so that's that with that. I'm Jazz.
And I'm BRITT.
NYCWAO. Deuces.